I'm out here hearing a lot of complaints about Doge. Thing is, I'm old enough to remember Bill Clinton as our president. See, a lot of y'all were babies when Bill Clinton was the president. Bill Clinton was the first president to operate with a surplus. All the rest of the presidents created a deficit.
Playing out. And, interesting thing about Clinton during his presidency, he was the only year in the last 70 years where we had a surplus. I sent Rob a chart where there's this little blip on it. Every single year we're in a deficit. That one time when Clinton was president, it's the only time we had a surplus ever since, I think, like 1960, 1950.
Yeah. So look at that. That's what Clinton was talking about.
Look at that chart. Look at that beautiful chart.
charts.
Right
It's a
there.
beautiful chart.
Only time.
By the way, Rob, can you circle around what era he's talking about?
Yeah, it was
the only time.
It was the mid
there.
'90s.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Only time.
Bill Clinton was the only president to balance the budget.
Yep.
Bill Clinton shut down military bases up and down the East Coast. He threatened to stop welfare. I remember people being outraged about that. But whatever he did, a lot of y'all remember Bill Clinton for the Monica Lewinsky thing. Bill Clinton was a good president other than that.
By the way, Rob, do me a favor. Play the clip that's in the notes section that I have of Bill Clinton. You tell me who this person sounds like. This is Bill Clinton, okay? I want to say this is 93, okay? Look what he's talking about. This is maybe the OG Doge, and the Democrats applauded him for doing this. Go ahead, Rob, play this clip.
We cut the federal government by more than 100,000 positions
Oh,
in the
really?
last 2
What?
years.
Oh, okay.
We're on the way to reducing it with laws already passed by 272,000 positions,
Oh, really?
making us the smallest it's been in more than 30 years.
Oh, wow. So you're firing people.
We cut.
Next in line was Bush. Bush created opportunity for people to leave the projects. A lot of people, he changed some of the rules in the housing market to where you could buy a house for little or nothing.
The single greatest barrier to first-time home ownership is a high down payment. It is really hard for many, many low-income families to make the high down payment. And so that's why I proposed and urged Congress to fully fund the American Dream Down Payment Fund. This will use money, taxpayers' money, to help a qualified low-income buyer make a down payment.
The housing market was great. I actually bought my first home at the age of 24. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, garage, corner lot, $67,000. I think my down payment was like $900. That was my very first home I bought when I was 24 years old. And it was under George Bush. Then came Barack Obama. Barack Obama is credited as the deporter-in-chief. Look that up. A lot of the cages that you see on CNN where they had the children in the cages, those were his cages. Nobody deported more people than Barack Obama.
Here's Barack Obama in 2008. Play this clip. Tell me who this sounds like. Go ahead.
The Bush administration has done nothing to control the problem that we have. We've had 5 million undocumented workers come over the borders since George Bush took office.
Racist.
It has become an extraordinary problem.
Yeah.
And the reason the American people are concerned is because they are seeing their own economic position slip away. And oftentimes, employers are exploiting these undocumented workers. They're not paying the minimum wage. They're not observing worker safety laws. And so what we have to do is create a comprehensive solution to the problem.
Yeah.
Now,
He was very efficient. He was good at it. Y'all need to pay attention. Do your research. Fact check it. I love to be right. I'll argue with any of you anytime you want to. You could come to the shop. You could hit me up in the inbox. You could hit my DMs. We could discuss it. We could debate it. We could talk about it. Bill Clinton cut military bases up and down the coast. He was the first Doge. He was the first. He threatened to take away welfare.
So how did a Democrat become the one to do away with this once sacred entitlement?
Today, we are ending welfare as we know it.
And 20 years later, how are the poor doing without it?
He threatened. He passed laws about child support that got men in prison now to this day. His child support laws were super strict.
The toughest enforcement measures ever proposed for child support were part of the welfare reform legislation I sent to the Congress last year. Our plan said to absent parents, if you're not paying your child support, we'll garnish your wages, suspend your license, track you across state lines, and if necessary, require you to work off.
He came up with, we gonna fix the deficit by not taking care of these people. But y'all love him because he played the saxophone. He got his wanker took care of in the White House. That's crazy to me. Y'all other hero, Barack Obama, he deported way more people than Trump. Look it up. Look up his deportations. Look up Trump's deportations. It's triple, quadruple, way more. But y'all love him too. He did nothing for the black community.
So Obama took care of the homosexual minority subgroup. He took care of the female minority subgroup. He took care of the immigrant minority subgroup, but the group that built the United States of America, that made it what it is, African people, received no direct attention from the president of the United States. How can you say he's the president of all people when he's act specifically for gays? Everybody in America not gay, but Obama gave homosexuals 3 laws, a Supreme Court justice, more than 250 federally appointed jobs. He gave the Latinos a Supreme Court justice, unprecedented laws, white women, the Equal Pay Act. He put another female in the Supreme Court. So he's done things for female minorities, gay minorities, Latino minorities. He's done nothing for African Americans. I cannot look to him as a role model.
You hear them saying that, and that's what Doge, Trump, Musk, Homan are doing. What are you upset about, Brandon?
Y'all need to pay attention. Do your research. Fact check it. I love to be right. I'll argue with any of you anytime you want to. You could come to the shop. You could hit me up in the inbox. You could hit my DMs. We could discuss it. We could debate it. We could talk about it.